So apparently the former head of Israel's space program, I guess it was an interview, said that aliens asked not to be revealed, humanity not ready yet. So let me give a little quick intro to this guy. So
I'm personally not ready.
I don't know. Part of me feels ready, but then again,
it's gonna be us.
I was talking to you about this at the gym the other day, and
I've said this for a long time.
I'm half excited that it might be within my generation that we might, I don't know if the word would be interact with aliens, but at least experience aliens. But the other side of me is very like, fuck, dude, I don't know. I'm scared.
I'm legit not ready for this.
I think it depends on what they are. Like
their intentions, right?
No,
well, not even their intentions. Like, how much of a mindfuck are they going to be to me? Like, are the other humanoids? Then I'll be like, all right, they're humanoids. But if you show me like some kind of a crazy shadow squid, I'm gonna be like, yo, okay, this is weird. I have to talk to that
thing. If you show me the goddamn gray form aliens.
Gray form alien, like the ones we see in like TVs with like big heads and they're.
I'm good on those.
They're still humanoid technically. But I agree with Doc though. If we see like the spaceship lands right now, news cameras are everywhere on them, and the thing that walks like the ship door, whatever, opens, and the thing that walks out is this. Oh, what's that one movie? Arrival, I think.
Yeah, where they're talking to like the time squids.
Yeah,
dude. Can you imagine if that's what that is? Like,
that
that was a great movie.
Yeah, and they'd be like, oh, they're doing like sign language with I don't know, ink, and I'm just like, dude, what?
They didn't want to cause us to fight. They wanted to let us know that we need your help sometime in the future, sort of, to start this. Spoilers for y'all if you guys haven't seen it, but pretty much.
I forgot about that.
It's been out for a while. If you guys haven't seen it, this is your own fault. But so the movie is some aliens come down, and the whole premise is
that Natalie Portman in that movie too?
No. She was in the.
What was it called?
Where the weird fog that was flickering and
with the weird thing that mimicked her.
Yes, I forgot what it's called though, but that was Natalie Portman. No, this was with what's her face?
She's a redhead.
Yeah, well, I don't forget what movie she's in.
She's married to Sacha Baron Cohen. I know that. I don't remember her name though.
Well, when it pops to us, scream it out. But either way, so aliens come down. Pretty much the goal is they want our help in a future battle. It's just we're not technologically there yet to help them. So they come to our planet and they share their language with us, which actually helps forward our technology to be able to help them in the future.
Remember that. The big ass squids and they would come to the little window thing. Okay, I remember now.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's what the scientist meant, bro. I mean, he's like, we're not ready because we're not ready for the war. Like,
we're not ready for the war. No, but the trippy thing is here, Professor Eshed told Yidoff, among other things, blah, blah, blah. The UFOs have asked not to be published that they are here. Humanity is not ready yet. Trump was on the verge of revealing, but the aliens in the Galactic Federation are saying, wait, let people calm down first. They don't want to start mass hysteria. They want to first make us sane and understanding. They have been waiting for humanity to evolve and reach a stage where we will generally understand what space and spaceships are. There's an agreement between the U.S. government and the aliens. They signed a contract with us to do experiments here. They, too, are researching and trying to understand the whole fabric of the universe, and they want us as helpers. There's an underground base in the depths of Mars where their representatives are, and also our American astronauts.
They lost me.
And then
this guy's straight up like...
If I had come up with what I'm saying today 5 years ago, I would have been hospitalized. Wherever I've gone with this in academia, they've said the man has lost his mind. Today, they're already talking differently. I have nothing to lose. I've received my degrees, awards. I'm respected in universities abroad, where the trend is also changing.
Okay, so it's not that I don't think aliens exist or anything like that, obviously. But this is where he lost me a little bit.
Where he called him the Galactic Federation?
No, because, I mean, that's just, we call God because we don't know what else to call him.
Fair. So we don't know what to call their things. We call it the Galactic Federation.
He said they signed a contract.
Right.
That's the thing, too. What legal...
Did the alien come and use a pen?
Go on, Doc. What are you saying?
My thing is like, what's the ramifications? Like, like, what's the structure, the legal content of this contract?
Of the contract, true.
What courts are we gonna go to?
Can we sue them?
Yeah.
God.
Was that it? And then
the
contract, public suit though?
Then couldn't they just loophole the contract and say we're not human?
Right. We're not bound by the laws of Earth.
Just be like, yo,
signed a contract. That's wild. He said a whole bunch of shit about aliens, and the thing that bothers us is that he said they signed a contract. But he did say they signed a contract, which is wild. Just the concept of them needing any type of
is it them
contract.
needing it or us needing it? Because let's think, but they're a
It's
higher life
needed.
form. So if they're here for us as helpers, as he said in that statement, then to make us feel a little more comfortable in this relationship, wouldn't they want to do whatever we want them to do to make us feel more secure?
No,
which is
I don't see why that makes us more secure.
I don't know either.
That's what I'm saying. And we're smart enough as human beings, especially if you're a president, to say, okay, this paper doesn't do anything, so why am I doing it? But on the other hand, the only thing I consider to support a contract, what motions? These are aliens. Like, the only thing I could see to support a contract is it's so tight-knit that the contract is proof to whatever predecessor comes along that this isn't bullshit. Like, there's something, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the only thing I can think of.
I also want to know why the other world governments weren't mentioned. Why does he only say the U.S.? Like, why are we in there?
I didn't want to get on that. Yeah, I was just going to let that slide, but
Is that why Trump was making Space Force? Because he was like, nah, if this contract goes south, like...
Well, I'm glad you brought up the Space Force thing. Like, why did Trump suddenly, say Space Force? And then that's why I got this tab here, too. Apparently back in, 2016? China built a giant alien hunting telescope. Look at this thing. I don't know if that's a finished product or not, but...
It's like something out of Lord of the Rings.
Right?
Like, that's where...
And then obviously the Pentagon this year announced that UFOs exist. So I guess the question out of all this is, are we still questioning whether or not aliens exist, or are we questioning the intention still? Like, I feel like at this point, in my mind, aliens exist now. They're here, or at least if they're not here, they've got some kind of influence or footing here. So my question is then, what's the agenda? What's the goal? What do they want?
I think in my mind, aliens have always existed, and I would consider, if we find a mole rat or something on a foreign planet, that thing's an alien, in my opinion. I don't know if I kind of stretch it thin with microbes and stuff like that. Some people get all uppity that microbes are signs of life, and to an extent, I guess it is. It's just kind of how sentient at that point. And that's actually what I'm thinking about. How sentient is it? If they have a government, then okay.
The Galactic Federation.
The reveal's gonna be pretty intense to be like, oh shit, dude. But I mean, I've seen so much sci-fi that I'd be like, all right, cool. What's next? And that book that I was telling you about.
I don't know if it'd be nonchalant like that. I've seen a bunch of sci-fi also, just like you.
Yeah, I think we have seen the worst case scenarios too.
I would know exactly from all the sci-fi, oh shit, if they're this type of alien race, which is, let's call them the Klingons in Star Trek, then they're trying to kill us and take our resources. Yeah. Or if they're like the Republic in Star Wars, and they're probably just want to fuse us into their republic to have a better influence around the galaxy. There's just so many routes. That's why my question is, what do they want? What are their intentions?
You also have I don't know if you guys ever played Mass Effect, but in Mass Effect, the Galactic Federation influenced the planet with evolving creatures so that they could create infantry for a war, and then they used them, and then once they did it, they got out of hand, and they actually ended up nuking that fucking race so that they could set them back because they had evolved them too far in advance. And so if they're coming at us looking for helpers in the same vein, then it's gonna be like, shit, that's gonna be a problem.
So they're willing to help us to an extent.
We gotta get smart, and we gotta get smart fast. And I'm talking about, we need to defend our solar system. Not even just, we need to set up shit on Mars. We need guns on Pluto. We need guns on Neptune. We need guns on all the planets that can put guns. I'm talking about
big
motherfuckers on the rings of Saturn.
I didn't know this. I went down a weird conspiracy search the other day. Apparently, we have this exists. This is the thing that we used to have: a microwave gun.
I know about that.
Was it like a flashlight?
I don't know if it's a flashlight.
It's like a flashlight, right?
Like if you point it at popcorn, it's gonna pop the popcorn.
I don't know specifically what it looks like, but apparently we had this thing where apparently it was used too recently between the India and China thing that was happening, that border dispute they had. Apparently they signed some kind of agreement they wouldn't do any kind of physical conflict. So China apparently used the quote-unquote microwave gun, because Indian troops reported they were feeling like hot on the inside, like they were just feeling like uncomfortably, with however they described it, like heat swelling up inside them, that they had to flee the area, and to the point where China like, finally, we took it over, haha. And then apparently there's also a gun that, I forgot, it was the 60s, I think, where it triggered a heart attack within people. So I'm just curious, what kind of technology do we have outside of just a gun that shoots a bullet? And if it's effective against aliens or not. Like,
Tesla was working on a ray, the death ray.
I remember hearing that, yeah.
I said he did it too.
Whenever I hear stories like this, though, where they're like, oh, the aliens say they're not ready to be revealed, I think of that book I told you all about, Childhood's End, where at the end when the alien, well, it's not even at the end, it's like towards the middle of the book, when the aliens actually come off the ship, they look like devils. They have like inverted knees with horse hooves and sprung tails with black leathery wings, and they're red with horns. And then kid off, and they're just like, hey, we're just here to help you advance your civilization. And they say like the reason why, even though we knew about them for 1,000 years and we saw the spaceships and like there was like media like, hey, aliens exist, the reason why they waited 1,000 years to finally get off the ship is because they knew almost every civilization had some form of a devil in their history, and they would have gone crazy the moment they would have seen a devil get off the plane or the spaceship.
Yeah.
So it's just weird. Well, it actually explains why devils are so prominent in our civilization, and it's actually a trippy story, but like it goes into that. And
the Anunnaki were angels.
Yeah, similar stuff. And I guess to end the alien conversation is the monoliths that were going on. Apparently the guy who someone came out and confessed that they're the people who did the monoliths. I forgot his name, but he has a YouTube channel, I Did a Thing. And it's like a 20-minute clip of him.
Horny as shit.
I only got through like 5 whatever minutes. I didn't get through it. Like the intro was boring. I couldn't really handle it. It was a bunch of guys broing out for like the first few minutes, and I was like,
the first few minutes, he's like, I did a thing. I did a thing. I did a thing. Hey guys, I did a thing. Hey, I did a thing.
Yeah.
Yo, shut the fuck up.
Apparently someone called him, asked him for like a promo for his Netflix show in Australia or something like that. And they met up and they built these monoliths, and they decided to go travel around and set them up.
Oh.
And that's the extent I know. I don't know if there's more information in the clip or not, but that's pretty much the gist of what I got. And I feel like, all right, that's really all I needed to know. Everything else is, like you said, promotion, and I don't care. Which kind of, I guess,
I don't know, man.
It was kind of cool seeing the monster around, but after watching that or hearing about that, I kind of ruined it. Like, man, we got all this alien stuff going on, and you're messing around with people's emotions, dude.
For Netflix.
For Netflix.
Doom doom. Yes. Are you still watching? No.
Hey, thanks for watching a clip of Fake Deep Thinking. If you like what you heard, be sure to subscribe, like the clip, leave a comment, and check out our page for more content. Full episodes of Fake Deep Thinking are released every Friday on Podbean, iTunes, and Spotify. Peace.